Hello students, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to give you 10 latest defense updates. Number 1, Agni 5 new deep penetration weapon. DRDO has embarked on the ambitious project to develop a conventional non-nuclear variant of the Agni 5 intercontinental ballistic missile tailored specially for the Indian Air Force. According to sources, the variant, equipped with a massive 7.5 to 8 ton warhead, will feature two configurations: an airburst warhead for widespread surface damage and a bunker buster warhead designed to penetrate and destroy underground facilities such as command and control centers or nuclear weapon storage sites. With a reduced range of 2,500 km to accommodate the heavier payload, the missile is engineered to evade ballistic missile defense system, making it a formidable weapon for targeting large-scale and fortified enemy infrastructure. This development addresses the IAF's back of a strategic bomber capable of delivering heavy ordnance like the US GBU-57 Massive Ordnance Penetrator, that is MOP, positioning the Agni 5 as a critical asset in India's strategic arsenal. Next, discussion of Mirage 2025 jets. During an official visit to Greece from June 23rd to 25th, Air Chief Marshal Amarpreet Singh, Chief of the Air Staff of the Indian Air Force, engaged in high-level discussion with Lieutenant General Demosthenis Grigoriadis, Chief of the Hellenic Air Force General Staff, to strengthen bilateral air force ties. A key topic during the visit was Greece's offer to sell 15 Mirage 2025 fighter jets to India as the Hellenic Air Force seeks to phase out these aircraft in favor of its recently acquired Rafale jets. Next, are Chinese weapons reliable? At the recent CNN News 18 Defense Town Hall, Lieutenant General Vinod G. Khandeer, former principal advisor to the Ministry of Defense, delivered a candid and incisive assessment of the reliability of Chinese military equipment, particularly the kind supplied to nations like Pakistan. His remarks cast a spotlight on the credibility of Chinese military hardware, raising critical questions about its performance in real-world combat scenarios and the strategic implications for India's adversaries. He minced no words as he questioned the combat-tested credentials of Chinese missile system and other military equipment. Next, inviting bids for mobile launcher system development by DRDO. In a significant step toward bolstering India's indigenous air defense capabilities, the Defense Research and Development Organization has issued a call for bids to develop a mobile launcher system for the M2 and M3 interceptor missiles under Project Kusha, also known as the Extended Range Air Defense Systems or Program Long Range Surface to Air Missile. The mobile launcher system is critical for ensuring the operational flexibility and rapid deployment of M2, that is 250 kilometer range, and M3, 350 to 400 kilometer range interceptors, designed to counter advanced aerial threats including stealth jets, drones, cruise missiles, and anti-ship ballistic missiles. Next, seeking Indian suppliers for Windrunner. The Colorado-based company Radia, known for its ambitious plan to construct the largest ever fixed-wing aircraft, is now turning its attention to India as a potential hub for suppliers in its Windrunner program. Initially envisioned as a purpose built solution for transporting wind turbine blades, Radia is expanding the aircraft's scope to include commercial cargo and military logistics applications. The conceptual Windrunner, a four-engine behemoth with a nose-to-tail length of 108 meters, somewhere around 356 feet, and a maximum payload of 72,575 kilogram, is designed to operate on dirt runways, leveraging its massive straight wing for relatively short takeoff and landing capabilities. Next, Tejas Mk-1A production to rely on Israeli radar. According to the recent report by India Today, HL, India's premier aerospace and defense manufacturer, has decided to equip all 73 Tejas Mk-1A fighter jets with imported radar and electronic warfare systems, reversing its commitment to integrate the indigenously developed Uttam Active Electronically Scanned Array Radar and Swayam Raksha Kavach electronic warfare suite designed by the DRDO. The decision has sparked debate about India's push for self-reliance in defense manufacturing under the Atmanirbhar Bharat initiative. Next, retaining Thales RBE-2 radar over India's Uttam ESA. In a significant development in India's naval aviation modernization, the Indian Navy's pursuit to equip its 26 Rafale marine fighter jets with the indigenously developed Uttam Active Electronical Scanned Array Radar has met resistance from Dassault Aviation, the French manufacturer of the Rafale. According to the sources, Dassault warned that integrating the Uttam ESA radar developed by India's DRDO would require nearly 3 years of testing and clarification, along with significant upgrades to the Rafale's mission computer. Next, prediction 100-year future for manned fighter jets. At the CNN News 18 Defense Town Hall held on June 28, Air Marshal Ashutosh Dikshit, Chief of Integrated Defense Staff, emphatically dismissed speculations that the era of fighter jets is over, asserting that manned fighter jets will remain relevant for at least the next century. Addressing a question on the future of air combat, he stated, "I don't think so," when asked if fighter jets are becoming obsolete, adding that a complete shift to unmanned fighter jets is likely in the near future. Next, Pakistani says India developing ICBMs. The Center for International Strategic Studies Sindh, a Karachi-based think tank allegedly backed by Pakistan's Inter-Service Intelligence, has released a report claiming that India's rapidly expanding nuclear weapons program poses a significant threat to regional stability and global security, including to the United States. The report specifically highlights India's Agni 5 intercontinental ballistic missile with a range of over 8,000 km, the development Agni 6 with an estimated range of 12,000 km, and the K-5 submarine launched ballistic missile with a range of 8,000 km. This statement comes in the wake of a think tank report suggesting that Pakistan is developing its own ICBM capable of reaching the United States, intensifying concerns about a potential nuclear arms race in South Asia. Next, how European defense firms are offloading manufacturing to Indian companies. In recent years, European defense firms have increasingly turned to India as a strategic hub for manufacturing, driven by cost advantages, a skilled workforce, and India's growing prominence in the global defense ecosystem. This trend reflects a broader shift in the global defense industry where partnership and outsourcing are reshaping supply chains. Thank you.